Today, let's sew a super easy pillowcase. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are going back to basics and making a pillowcase. So I have a pillowcase here. I'm going to be using this to basically just make a copy of the pillowcase I already have. So you're going to want some sort of cotton material, most likely a yard of cotton, or if you have a half yard or two pieces, you can do that as well, which that is what I'm actually going to be doing is I have this white, and then beneath it, I have a piece of pink fabric. So you could also do that if you had a half yard of each, or if you had 1 yard of material, you could definitely just use that 1 yard, fold it over, and cut out both pieces of your fabric. Now I have my fabric laid out, and then I have my pillowcase laid out on top of it. First thing I'm going to do is just measure this so that I have an understanding of how big the pillowcase is. Mine was 28 by 19 inches, and this is just a standard pillowcase, so if you have a king size bed, you may need to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm just going to be going around my pillowcase and tracing out the shape, adding on about an inch to it. Now at the edge where you have that cuff, my cuff ended up being about 5 inches. So I'm going to add 5 inches onto that one edge so that we can have a decorative cuff on our pillowcase as well. So everything, I'm just going around tracing this out, and then we will cut out the fabric based off what I just traced. So this will give you your 2 pieces of fabric we will use for our pillowcase. So now that I have both of those cut out, I have my pink and I have my white. Yours may be the exact same fabric, just you'll have 2 pieces. We are going to match them with right sides together. So I'm going to put these with right sides together so the right side of the fabric is matching, and then pinning up 3 of the 4 edges. So one of those short edges I'm going to leave unsewn, and then just sewing up these 3 edges, so there's 2 long and 1 short. Now, when we do this, there's a couple different ways that you can handle the raw edges. We're going to do it very simply, but first we're going to go over to our sewing machine and just sew using a straight stitch. Now, when I do get started, I'm going to backstitch at the beginning as well as the end just to secure this. And then as I'm sewing, I'm taking a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now that means that my needle and the edge of the fabric, there's a 1/2 inch of distance or space between those. That way I have some room to finish off my raw edges when we get to our next step. So I'm just going to continue sewing, just going through all the way down. And then when I get to the end of this first edge, I will have this corner. Now I'm going to sew until I'm about a 1/2 inch away from that edge, put my needle into the fabric, lift the presser foot, and then turn my fabric 90 degrees, put the presser foot back down, and continue sewing. So all I did was basically just pivot at that corner. If you are struggling with doing that, you could definitely take 3 separate seams, but this is just a little bit more continuous and smooth, and I'm just going to repeat these steps until I finish the pillowcase for those 3 edges. So here's what it looks like. We have our seam down in place. So now we want to finish off these edges. Now, there's lots of different ways you can do this. You can be super fancy and do something called a French seam. If you have a serger, you could use a serger to finish those off. If you have pinking shears, you could cut through those. But since we're keeping this at a very basic level, I'm going to show you how they did it on this pillowcase. So on this pillowcase, they used a serger, so that's what makes this look so nice and clean. But because not everybody has a serger, what we're going to do is we are going to do a zigzag stitch. So the zigzag stitch is going to really bring in that edge for us, just to kind of keep it a little bit neater. And so on my machine, I have the ability to switch. So I'm going to be clicking this 9, so it's a zigzag stitch. If you have like a dial, you're just going to want to look for the one that looks like a zigzag. No other settings need to be changed though. We can use our just the plain default zigzag stitch as is. And now I'm going to go over to my needle, and what's going to happen is the needle's going to go back and forth. So as it goes back and forth, we want, when it goes over that right edge, to be at the edge of our fabric. So basically we're just encasing that edge in the zigzag stitch. I have it going really slow right now just so you can see what it looks like, but you can definitely go faster with it. And then this is just going to kind of encase it in any raw edges that we get when we sew this, and then when we put it into the washing machine over time, it's going to help it to not fray, and that's basically what we're trying to prevent here. So I'm going to do the zigzag stitch on those 3 edges. When you get to the corner, you can definitely pivot. I think it's easier to have the needle be outside the fabric when I pivot. than on the inside, but it really is more up to you if you'd rather just do this in 3 separate stitches instead of trying to pivot your fabric carefully. So here is what my edge looks like with the zigzag stitch. You can see it looks really nice, really clean. So I can now move on to the last step, which is the cuff. So you should have one edge of your pillowcase that we have not sewn up. So it still has this raw edge on it. So what we are going to do is we are going to fold that edge in by 1/2 inch. So this is just kind of like the first step of this whole process. So I'm going to go through, fold this in 1/2 inch all the way around. So I have my ruler here. I'm just going to be folding this little edge 1/2 inch. Now, if you wanted to, you could definitely press this out. I'm not as concerned about doing that at this step, especially since we are keeping this very beginner friendly. I'm going to not bring my iron into this for this specific project. You definitely could though. You could go through, you could press this so that you get that nice 1/2 inch crease. But I'm just going to go through, pin all of this up, and then when I get to the portion where I have these 2 pieces of fabric I've sewn together, you can just push that one way or the other. It doesn't necessarily matter, it's not going to affect it. And then I'm just going to continue all the way around, folding this over by 1/2 inch. So I've done this by 1/2 inch now. I have all of that pinned in place. So I have like this little tool that helps me kind of get those nice creases. Again, this is why I said that I'm not necessarily worried about ironing it. If you do not have this, you definitely could iron and press this all out. You could also finger press, which where kind of like use your fingernail to really kind of get that to be nice and crispy. But what we're going to do now is then fold this over one more time so that we're folding it over by 4 inches. So this is going to give us a really nice kind of big cuff that we are able to use. So this is very similar to what the original pillowcase looked like too. So I'm just double checking that it's at 4 inches, and then once I've confirmed that, I'm going to pin this in place. And what we'll see is that you no longer have a raw edge because we had that first little fold that was 1/2 inch, and then I'm just going through folding all of this again. So we basically just folded this twice. Everything looks really nice, everything looks really neat, and then I'm going to repeat this all the way around. Once you have the entire thing pinned up, you can see that we have no more raw edges. I have not pinned through, like 4 layers of fabric. It's just around the top. We're then going to sew this into place. So now to get this onto my sewing machine, I'm going to be very careful that I'm only sewing through the 1 layer of fabric at a time. And then I'm going to just have this go underneath the presser foot, and then I'm just going to take a very close seam to the edge of that fold. So I'm not necessarily worried about, like a seam allowance in this case. I just want to stay very close to the edge of the fold, maybe like 1/8 of an inch away. And then I'm going to be starting my stitch, being sure to backstitch at the beginning and end, and then just take my time as I go along. You will see I'm going to start and stop a lot as I want to readjust my fabric to make sure that nothing's really bulky, that there's no fabric that's folded in any weird way, so I can just get a really nice and crisp seam. Once that's done, my pillowcase is now complete, so I can just turn this right side out. You can see that this is what the cuff looks like. It's nice and clean. So we did it, we made a pillowcase. I hope that this was a really fun beginner-friendly pattern for you. You could make multiple of these and just have them around your house. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what other projects you want to make, what other beginner-friendly items you're looking for. Thanks for watching.